The San Antonio Spurs are going to the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. After a hard-fought 7-game series against the Oklahoma City Thunder, we finally have a conclusion. And I gotta say, this was probably one of the best playoff series I've ever watched in my life. Victor Wembanyama, who I will get to at the end, was amazing. The Spurs were amazing. The Thunder were amazing. And this series was amazing. Let's get into it, starting with the Thunder. The Thunder played an amazing series. There's just no doubt or talk about, oh, the Thunder are this, the Thunder are that. Yes, the Thunder do draw a lot of fouls, but no matter what, regardless of all of that, the Thunder play fantastic basketball. The way that they play, the way that they get after the ball, the way that they push each other, the way that they just fight for every possession, it was like watching the best team in the NBA, like no question about it. I thought it was 10 out of 10, maybe even 20 out of 10 series. But specifically, Alex Caruso. Watching Alex Caruso, every single time he got the ball, you felt like he was going to drain a shot. And then even in Game 7, Alex Caruso was really just trying to put somebody into the rim. Because it seemed like, him and Shea were the only ones who really had some fight in him, other than Casey Wallace, who I'll get to too. Casey Wallace was playing some basketball, man. Casey Wallace was getting steals. He was hooping. He wasn't missing in the fourth quarter of Game 7 today. That was crazy. And what's it called? Dort felt like every time he shot the ball, he wasn't going to miss. And this person needs to be talked about now. I'm not even going to talk about Shea yet. Chet Holmgren. Chet, pack your bags, homeboy. Get your fries, pack the bags, get to applying on Indeed. I think OKC is done. I think we need to worry about getting out of here. I don't think you need to be in OKC anymore, champ. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause that was pretty embarrassing. That was horrible. Like, I don't know how Chet Holmgren can even play like that. You're 7-1, and all you did for the entire series was throw yourself on the floor. Every single play, you just kept throwing yourself on the floor. You made some plays with blocks, but you just didn't have no fight in you. You were so scared of Victor Wembanyama. And Wemby's the GOAT. Wemby's the GOAT. Don't get me wrong. But you had no fight in you. You are a champion, Chet Holmgren. You won MVP over him unfairly when you guys were kids. You should have a little bit more fight in you when Wemby steps to you, because Wemby literally steps to you every time he sees you. It's not that Wemby doesn't see you. He sees you and he puts his face directly into yours and he tries to hurt you. Every time he sees you, he tries to dunk on you. He sees you, he tries to violate you. He sees you, he yells at you. And how do you feel about that, Chet? I don't think you do. I think you're scared of him. But now, on to Shea. Shea, I don't know what to say. Shea, he played great. Like, you can't hate on Shea. He had a tough series, but what do you expect? The team was literally all eyes on Shea for the entire series. They double teamed him. They put their best players on him. It was a fantastic performance all around defensively from everybody on the Spurs. Like, you just have to you have to tip your hats and say, wow, just great defense. Because Shea tried everything. There was games where he got everything he wanted with the fouls. And then in Game 7, his shots were dropping. All the shots that he was taking earlier in that series, he was starting to drop those shots. And that was a good game, like, from Shea. I think he had, 35, 33? And they were all smooth buckets. You weren't watching Shea just hit the free throw line. Maybe you would want to see him hit the line, obviously, because that's his game. And obviously, I think that would slow down the temperature of what OKC was getting from San Antonio. But nonetheless, Shea played fantastic, and you can't hate on Shea. Like, he gets his fouls, but that's just because he's unguardable. Nobody can guard him. I watched it that entire game. I watched it that entire series. You have to put the best on Shea or you're stuck. You're stuck in the worst situation possible. His offense is way too good for anybody's defense other than the Spurs. And let's talk about the Spurs. I I feel like we should go down a list of players, like starting from like least impactful to like most impactful. So like, let's go with Carter Bryant, because I'm going to give Carter Bryant my flowers. I love Carter Bryant. You know, Carter Bryant is a phenomenal player. He even got a little bit of minutes today in game 7. Obviously it wasn't a lot, but Carter Bryant, you know, he really won everyone's hearts over the series. I watched him in the summer league. He had my heart all the way back then, but I enjoy watching Carter Bryant play. He's a rookie who has so much heart, so much determination. His athleticism is great. His defense is phenomenal. And you like what you see from Carter Bryant every time he steps onto the court. Then Luke Cornett. I know it's early. For what he did, you know, you'd think I'd talk about him last, but blocked by Cornett is going to live in everybody's brains for I don't know how long. That was probably just as impactful as LeBron's block against Iguodala in 2016 against the Golden State Warriors. Like, that was a phenomenal block. The chase down of a lifetime for Luke Cornett. Hands down, shout out. De'Aaron Fox, great job in game 7. He was not doing well in this series. Obviously, he's on the bum ankle. But what he lacked in scoring, he helped with facilitating and calmness and steadiness of the team. Because before De'Aaron Fox even played in the series, remember, game 1, game 2, Stephon Castle had like 21 turnovers. De'Aaron Fox comes back, Stephon Castle has a game with like 20-something points, 1 turnover. Like, Stephon Castle, he's played so much better because De'Aaron Fox has been on the court. And then in game 7, De'Aaron Fox is hitting his threes. He's hitting his fadeaways. He's looking much better in that game. Maybe his ankle started to recover. I hope. But now let's talk Keldon Johnson, the hype man for Victor Wembanyama, the man who's poking at Wemby's chest. Shout out to you, Keldon. You finally had a good game, because man, I didn't know what to say. I thought we were packing your bags after all these other games, but you showed out in game 7. You showed out. You hit huge shots. I know the Spurs fan base is super happy for the shots that you hit tonight, because I think everybody was ready to write you off after that. And next is who? Devin Vassell. Man, the longest tenured Spur player. Devin Vassell getting in Chet's face, doing this, doing that. I like it. Devin Vassell, man, he played a good series. I enjoyed everything I watched from Devin Vassell in that series. He shoots the ball with so much confidence, and he's only like 25. Once again, the longest tenured Spur player. This is the youngest team in the NBA, and they're in the NBA Finals. Devin Vassell, he was hooping out there. He was actually hooping out there. Like, I genuinely enjoyed what I was seeing from Devin Vassell. And I think you need players who, obviously, he's not as good as Castle or Harper defensively, but what he doesn't have defensively, he gives with his heart. And that's all you can ask for a player like Devin Vassell. And then Dylan Harper. My goodness, Dylan Harper. Ridiculous. Yo, the son of Ron Harper. This kid has so much potential. I think we have a superstar on this team. There's already Victor Wembanyama, who's a superstar, but Dylan Harper is a problem. Offensively, a problem. Defensively, a problem. I'm so ready for Dylan Harper's future in the NBA. Like, if you're playing like this as a rookie, how are you going to play in year 4? Oh my goodness. He's going to be a problem. Stephon Castle, I know I talked about him a little bit when I talked about De'Aaron Fox. My goodness, Stephon Castle. What a recovery from after game 1 and 2 with all those turnovers. Then you come back and you start playing great offense for the rest of the series. You don't turn the ball over that much for the rest of the series. You still have a couple plays here and there, but you don't turn over the ball like that after. Your defense on Shai. You are probably the best Shai Gilgeous-Alexander defender in the entire NBA. I don't think there is somebody else in the world who can guard Shai like you can. And hands down, that was fantastic performance from you. Hands down, fantastic performance. Like, the Spurs, they play so fantastic. And now let's talk about the GOAT, Victor Wembanyama. I like, how do you even put into words what you watch Victor do on a night in, night out basis? Even tonight, 5 fouls, and he still comes back in with 5.5 minutes and doesn't foul. He keeps his presence on the court. He runs and makes a weird run down jump in the air, which contests Jared McCain's 3. Like, Wemby, he just plays at such a different level. He's the best player in the world. 41 in game 1. He put up 20 in multiple first and second quarters. Like, this playoff series was the clearest indicator ever for me that Victor Wembanyama is here to stay. He is the best player in the NBA. He will be the best player in the NBA for a very long time. This Spurs team is the worst that they're ever going to be, and they're in the NBA Finals. And they just beat the team that we all thought was going to compete with the Warriors, team that was going to compete with the Bulls. They just beat this team in 7 games, and they're the worst that they're ever going to be. And people may say, hey, Jalen Williams didn't play, AJ Williams didn't play. Guess what? Or AJ Mitchell. Guess what? The Spurs were hurt too. Their players may have still played, but they were hurt too. They were banged up too. And they're the youngest team in the NBA. So it doesn't matter. They're not even supposed to be here. And they're here. Victor Wembanyama, he led this team. He corralled this team. His leadership, it showed. Like, he always is ready to cheer up every single player on this team. He's telling people like Carter Bryant, I'm proud of you. He's making Bismack Biyombo and Mason Plumlee get hard fouls on Jared McCain. This series was one of the best series you're ever going to watch. And that's all I can say. If you don't like that, then you don't like San Antonio Spurs basketball. Wemby's the GOAT. Wemby. I'm out.